It's on a retrograde orbit, and that would be ideal if this object wanted to maneuver or release mini probes that will visit the planet.
They're here, the mini probes. No longer theory, no longer rumour. They've surrounded 3I Atlas, the interstellar wanderer. 9 of them silent and accurate. Moving as one, they drift toward the heart of our solar system, a formation too perfect to be chance. The signal is clear. This isn't chaos, it's coordination. Something intelligent is coming closer, and the universe just got smaller. On the night of September 19th, 2025, at exactly 2:00 a.m. UTC, the calm sky fractured into mystery. Amateur astronomer Leslie Peltier, through his telescope, caught sight of something no one had ever seen. 9 small objects surrounding 3I Atlas. 9 faint lights circling the interstellar object, like sentinels guarding a secret. They moved in perfect rhythm, a silent orchestra playing beyond comprehension, as if bound by a single unseen pulse. Too precise, too synchronized, almost deliberate. For a heartbeat, the universe revealed its hidden choreography, then erased it. In just 1 milliseconds, the lights vanished, leaving only silence and one blurred photograph as proof. Without the picture, even Peltier might have believed he'd imagined it all. They weren't called the Guardians of 3I Atlas for nothing. When scientists examined the captured images in greater detail, the truth became harder to ignore. These objects were identical, eerily so. Shape, brightness, trajectory, and so on, all the same, as if cast from a single mold. Too perfect to be random, too synchronized to be natural. Each one mirrored the other reflections of a design beyond chance. They didn't orbit by accident, they moved with purpose. The first clue came from light itself. Spectral readings between 3,700 and 7,000 angstroms showed that all 9 companions shared the same haunting hue as 3I Atlas. That unmistakable emerald glow near 5,200, where carbon-based molecules usually whisper in green. It wasn't a random reflection. The signal pulsed faintly but steadily, its flux variation under 0.03 magnitudes. Their surfaces mirrored a metallic reflectance curve similar to nickel-rich alloys glowing as if wrapped in armor forged in alien fire. Under magnification, each tail shimmered in synchrony. Wavelength peaks repeating at 0.55-minute threads of light weaving across the void. It was symmetry language and intent disguised as color, a message painted in green on the canvas of space. When 3I Atlas was observed at a low phase angle, nearly aligned with the Sun and Earth, it defied all predictions. Its brightness surged by 0.4 to 0.6 magnitude, a sudden flare that made no physical sense. Scientists called it backscattering, where sunlight reflects straight back to its source, much like a full moon turning its gaze upon itself. But 3I Atlas was no ordinary comet. It was more than 2.8 AU away, far beyond where sunlight should still breathe. Yet it glowed, fiercely, deliberately, as if answering a silent call. And as it did, 9 companions glowed with it. Perfectly timed, perfectly in phase. Their light did not spread outward. It folded inward, converging on the core like mirrors facing one another in an infinite loop. For a heartbeat, the universe seemed to hesitate. 10 lights bound by a rhythm no one understood flickered as one. Something sharper, something aware. Light does not behave that way. Nature does not repeat so perfectly. Someone or something had written it into the glare. The universe, for once, was not silent. It was speaking in the only language vast enough to cross interstellar distance. Do you agree with the idea that 3I Atlas shows signs of something artificial, something made not born? Think this cosmic visitor is hiding something? Share your thoughts below. Let's unravel the mystery together. So, what are these bewildering mysteries really hiding?
As I said, there is no detected non-gravitational acceleration for 3I Atlas so far. So if we see a huge maneuver, it would mean that it has nothing to do with cometary activity. It must be some engine that allows it, a propulsion system that allows it to do it.
The deeper scientists looked, the more unsettling it became. 3I Atlas was not drifting, it was moving deliberately. Its path was smooth, precise, as if guided by an invisible hand. The 9 companions followed suit, each propelled by the same unseen force, a steady acceleration of 2·10·7 meters per second squared. Too faint to feel, too exact to dismiss. When water and gas erupted in September, their orbits should have changed. They didn't. 10 bodies, one intent, gliding as if bound by a single command. The vector of acceleration stayed constant, aligned flawlessly with their shared trajectory. It was no chaos, it was choreography. Then came the chemistry, cold, precise, and impossible to fall into oblivion. A mirror too perfect. Carbon monoxide, nickel, or high-temperature alloys. The same materials, the same ratios, the same impossible fingerprints found as 3I Atlas itself. Spectral decomposition revealed absorption lines of carbon monoxide at 4.67 meters, faint but consistent across all 9. Traces of nickel and cobalt surfaced next their emission peaks near 340 nanometers and 357 nanometers, whispering of metal forged in heat beyond any comet's reach. No common comet carries such ratios. Nickel/iron exceeding 2.1, an imbalance that nature rarely writes. More baffling still were signatures of high-temperature alloys, with reflective indices matching materials stable only above 1800 degrees Celsius. It was as if these fragments remembered fire, not the wild burn of creation, but the deliberate heat of manufacture. 9 voices echoing one origin. 9 reflections of a mind that built, not merely formed. And together, they drifted onward. They are a fleet carved from the same alien hand. And then silence, the kind that follows revelation. The data refused to lie. Every spectrum, every pulse of green pointed to something built, not born. The ratios were too clean. The synchrony is too exact. In nature, chaos leaves fingerprints. Here, there were none. It was as if an invisible hand had tuned them. Observatories cross-checked the data as the James Webb Space Telescope, the Hubble Space Telescope, the Very Large Telescope in Chile, and the Keck Observatory in Hawaii. No error, no glitch, only pattern. Some whispered of coordination, others of communication. But deep down, everyone knew what it felt like the moment before understanding something they were never meant to. And you? Do you feel fear or a spark of excitement for what's coming? For the mysteries waiting just beyond our reach? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and the universe might be listening. One more strange thing, the tail of 3I Atlas turned against the light. Instead of streaming away, part of it pointed toward the sun, forming a rare anti-tail, sharp and defiant, slicing through the void like a reversed spear. Observatories such as Gemini South and Hubble recorded the same unbelievable transformation. The tail expanded from just 20,000 kilometers to 56,400 kilometers, and by mid-September 2025, it had stretched to nearly 100,000 kilometers in length. 3I Atlas drifted through the dark like a phantom vessel veiled in starlight. Its motion was flawless, careful, too graceful for chaos. Every flicker, every flare felt rehearsed, a dance of control beneath the guise of chance. It wasn't lost. It was pretending. A ship wearing the mask of a comet, concealing purpose behind wonder. Only one thing set the 9 companions apart from their central counterpart: their energy. By examining subtle fluctuations in brightness and distance, researchers discovered a startling imbalance in power. Each of the 9 bodies appeared to emit nearly 20 gigawatts of energy, almost twice that of 3I Atlas itself. The finding defied every rule of thermodynamics. Smaller objects should be colder, weaker, dimmer. Yet these glowed with measured precision, as if sustained by an unseen source. It was like watching a constellation powered by an unseen grid, each node transmitting and receiving in silence. A boldest hypothesis, perhaps the 9 appeared not by chance, but by purpose with quiet precision. They came like envoys from the dark, blazing with impossible energy, converging on 3I Atlas as if answering a call no human ear could hear. They arrived fully charged, bearing immense energy reserves to feed 3I Atlas, to strengthen it for a reason no human science could yet comprehend. And when their task was done, they retreated into the dark. One by one, they slipped away, fading into the background radiation of space. No trace, no trail, only silence where brilliance had just been. It felt less like a departure and more like a retreat, as though they feared attention. Maybe their purpose was never to stay. Maybe they came only to prepare 3I Atlas, to awaken it, before disappearing once more into the cold, endless dark that had sent them. And now, 3I Atlas continues its silent voyage, carrying the echo of that brief, haunting encounter. As it journeys toward perihelion on October 29th, 2025, will we see the guards again? Look up when night falls beyond the noise of Earth for the answer you want most. Ultimately, the universe is full of secrets, and we're just getting started. Hit like and subscribe, and join us as we uncover the unknown one mystery at a time.